MMA Oddsbreaker, that's the James Krouse. I think you officially changed your first name now to the, and your middle name is James. Is that what you've done now?
I need to work on that, man. I haven't done it yet. I haven't got around to it yet. I got a lot of paperwork that needs to be filled out before I do that.
Yeah, there's a lot of paperwork. You're fighting UFC 173 here in Las Vegas, May 24th. Jamie Varner, old head. You're an old head. This is like two old school guys coming after it. Kind of a short, blocky wrestler with good submission game. When he's in shape, he can go hard and heavy. Got heavy hands.
Yeah.
This is James Krouse, who kind of came from the small ranks in the middle of central of the country. Worked his way up. Long, lean, great submission game. Great stand-up game. Does too much outside the sport. Has too much other responsibility. That's how I break this fight down. That's what it is. Both of you guys have gyms. Both of you guys are trying to make your ends meet. Both of you guys are cornering other guys. Both of you guys are coaching other guys.
Yeah.
It's like, when do you find time to train and actually get ready for stuff?
Man, I don't miss a practice, bro. No, I've made some changes in the business. I've hired some more people on, and we finally got it to where it's doing very well. And I've hired new coaching on, so and I've actually went away and trained at some other places and stuff like that. So man, I mean, I'll never use that as an excuse. I always come in shape. I think I prove that every time I step out. I always come in shape. I always come game. I'm always ready to fight. So. It's not lack of training. If I lose, I'll always back myself in this corner. I never am unprepared coming to a fight. But I made steps to make it easier for me to do everything I need to be doing. I still did it before, but it's just a lot harder. It's a lot more of a juggling act. And now, I've hired people. I teach like a couple classes a week. I don't hardly teach anymore at all. I'm just working on the business now, and in between practices and. I even got a chance to go somewhere else to train this time.
Wow, good for you. All right, well, first, I'm going to bring it down a little bit. Don't get mad at me. Don't hang up. Let's talk about Bobby Green.
Yeah, sure.
Dude, that fool smacked you in the gut, and just about, I saw your liver look up and go, what the hell? Like, you got hit in the body, and I was like, man.
You're crazy.
Yeah. I was like, what happened? Did you not see it coming? I mean, because mind you, I'm at home on TV watching this.
You are absolutely crazy.
Like, hey, look, man, I'm at home watching it. I see it coming because I'm at home. Everyone at home has a better view. We got a wide-angle lens. You're sitting in front of him about 4 feet away. Okay? So take me through it. What happened when you got hit with that?
With the last one?
Yeah.
Are you fucking with me right now?
No. Take me through your last match, last 30 seconds. Take me through the last 30 seconds of your last match.
I know you're getting old, but if you think that hit me in the liver, we need to get you an eye exam ASAP, bro.
If it hit you in the liver, your liver went up and said, hey, what the hell happened?
Oh, come on, man.
It went across. Your liver looked across your body and went, what the hell happened? Your liver didn't get hit. You got hit on the other side.
So the first one I got hit with, that one, the first, the nut shot, it sucked. It wasn't crazy. The second one really hurt. The game plan was we wanted to drag him into the deep end. We've seen him get tired in fights before, so we really wanted to drag it on, and I didn't want to take any breaks, and looking back on it, that was a mistake on my part. I should have took my time. From the time that I recovered from the second one and I went on to fight again, it was about 10 seconds till I got hit with the third one. And I just didn't take enough time. It hit me, and it didn't hit me bad. It grazed the top and went up, and as I heard it was a bladder shot. That I've never even heard of that before. Just watch the video, turn your volume up. You can hear it clearly hit the cup. And I'm not gonna argue with anybody about it if they think it hit me in the body. They think I know what happened. I've been around this game for a long time. I don't need to lie and stuff like that. He won fair and square. It's not his fault. There's nothing, and it's not John McCarthy's fault. He's got to make a tough decision on the fly. It is what it is. I lost. He won. I'm coming back to fight Jamie Varner now. Coming off a loss. What else can I say? I'm not gonna sit here and have a pity party about it. To answer your question though, yeah, man, it sucked. I got hit with it, and I was just like, I'll tell you, the thing that went through my mind was like, what the hell, man? Like, am I? I'm sitting there thinking to myself like. Because I kept switching. I wanted to switch to southpaw a lot against him. Right. And every time I switched, I got hit. And I was just like, God dang, man. Like, I can't even. And I'll tell you where my mistake was. My mistake was, the biggest mistake I made is I went flat to my stomach instead of just going to my knees. And I think when John initially seen it, I think he called the fight for disqualification. And then as he seen me drop to my stomach, I think he changed in his mind. I think he changed his mind. I don't know. I might be crazy, but that's what I think happened. I fell flat to my stomach, and that's my fault. I'm not blaming anybody else but myself. So
So there's two things that happened during that fight. One is you are getting kicked, you're getting hit, and then you didn't take the break long enough. You didn't give yourself enough time to recover from the illegal blow.
yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah,
but that is a learning. Like there's something to that where the fans are like hurry up, and you got an ego and you've trained hard and you know you want to push this guy hard, so you're like let's go.
It was me in the corner. It was our plan. We wanted to drag him to the deep end, so I didn't want to take that break. I wanted to get him as tired and working as hard as I could. Because we felt like that was a good thing, and I don't know if he was in shape or not, but that wasn't the fans. It was it was my own doing. It wasn't anybody's fault but my own. And even my corner was telling me to take a break. And I was like, no, let's. We need to get this going again. We need to get back on track, and I just want to get back in there and start fighting again. But that, like you said, that was a learning experience. It's my fault, and I take full responsibility for it.
But then you raise another issue. Not only when you fall down, it's how you fall down.
Yeah,
you should have went to your knees. It would have been disqualification. Things would have changed. Been a totally different mindset. You might have been able to recover, roll you back, and all of a sudden you're back in the game again. You fell flat to your stomach. All of a sudden, John McCarthy's got to step in and stop it. It's like it becomes this. Even landing becomes important. And it's difficult as a fighter when you're fighting to think about all these extra things that go on. You're battling the ref, you're battling the judges, you're battling the crowd, and you're battling your opponent all at the same time.
And and I don't want to break it down. I don't want to break it down for something that's not. You know what I mean? Like, in no way am I trying to make excuses. Like I said, Bobby Green got the win, the much-deserved win. He trained hard for it. I got the loss. I'm coming off a loss now. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? And like I said, I don't blame John. It's a tough call, man. That's, you know what I mean? How do you make that call? In my opinion, the fix is easy. Just instant replay. That'll fix everything. And we as fighters shouldn't have to worry about that kind of stuff. The open scoring should be there. I should know if I won or lost the round. I should know if there was a foul committed, we need to go to the instant replay. And it fixes all that. You know what I mean? There's no speculation. I don't have to worry about, if I fell wrong. Bobby Green doesn't have to worry about if he kicked high or low. It's fair to the fighters that way, in my opinion. But like I said, it's I'm a victim of the circumstance, and it is what it is right now.
No, ladies and gentlemen at home, I wasn't trying to make it act like give James an excuse the way he get out of here. He's a very cerebral fighter. So what I'm talking about is he's raising issues that young fighters don't know anything about. That this is a reality of what happens in the fight game. But you and I have talked about this before off camera. Instant replay and open scoring. I don't understand why we don't have it already. It should be standard. It should be open scoring. I should know what judge scored me how walking into that second round. I should be able to look up before the bell rings and know those scores. I should know what's going on. It makes the judges accountable. It makes them more likely to pay attention, more focused on the fight because they realized, hey, Judge Trigg just screwed up. He gave it 10-9 green, and obviously it was Krouse. So I screwed up. And everyone's going to know I screwed up, and it takes down my pointing system.
Absolutely. I completely 100% agree. And I understand. I think the only reason they don't do that is because it takes away from the excitement at the end when you're reading the scorecards. And I think a lot of it has to do with boxing, man. I think there's funny stuff going on in the scoring system. I'm a huge combat sports fan, not just an MMA fan. I don't even watch the decisions anymore. When they go out to call a decision, I don't even pay attention to it because half the time it's crap. So,
remember, James, in most commissions, those boxing judges are the same judges that are judging MMA. Nothing is changing. So it's like the same issue that's in boxing. It's the same problem we have in MMA, and we can adjust it. We can make it happen by going open scoring instant replay. That absolutely would change the game.
Yeah, I 100% agree, man. If there's ever something that I can get on to petition for that, and not even for me, man. Like just for the sport, I think it's better for the sport, and I don't mind losing rounds. I don't mind losing fights, but man, if I thought I won a round, and this could have easily been the same example for the Stout fight. You know what I mean? Because I'm literally arguing with my corner in between the second and third round on if I won the last round or not. I'm sitting there thinking to myself like, man, I smashed him in that round. Yeah. And then they're like, no, it's close. Canada, we're in Canada, and you got to treat it like you lost it. So I was like, okay. So I went out in third, acting like I lost the round, even though I didn't even feel like I got hit.
Well, with the Sam Stout fight, that was back at UFC 161. You caught him with about 15 seconds left in a guillotine choke. So that going out there, it worked. So you thinking that you lost that round, you stepped your game up and caught him. Yeah. Let's take. We've only got a couple minutes left here. Let's talk about Jamie Varney real quick. What do you think he's going to try to do? You've seen this. You've seen his last 20 fights. You know what he's about. You know what's going to happen. But you raise a different problem. You're a different opponent than he's faced before. What do you think he's going to try to adapt to? What do you think he's going to try to do to you when he comes inside that octagon?
I think one of two things are going to happen. In my personal opinion, I think he's going to play a lot safer than he normally does. I think he's going to go back to his wrestling, and I think he's going to try to take me down. I think his back is against the wall here. I think with a loss here, he gets cut. And maybe I'm wrong. And if he doesn't feel that way, he should feel that way. I mean, I feel that way. I feel like I'm fighting for my job right now. I don't know if I am or not, but I feel like I am. I think he's gonna rely on his wrestling a little bit more. And if he does decide to strike, I think it's going to be a high pressure situation, which I'm open for. I mean, I've been training. I can't tell you how much wrestling I've trained, and I feel like I offer a very, very good solution to each one of those issues he poses. If he goes to a takedown, I feel like my guillotine is going to play a big role in that. I feel like my striking is better than his. I'll just come out and say it. I feel like I'm a better overall kickboxer, striker. I mean, I feel like I put it together better than he does. He does have power though. And you have to respect that. But at the same time, I feel like I stay long enough to stay away from that. I mean, when's the last time you seen me get hit with an overhand right in a fight? You know what I mean? It doesn't happen very often because I stay super long. So
yeah, well, let's not forget you're 6'2", fighting at 155. He's 5'9". Fighting at 155. So there's a huge disparity in length and reach, and if you keep it on the outside, he has a hard problem. He's got to step inside. He's got to become a wrestler, a brawler, just to get into you, put you up against the cage. So he has to chase you a lot to make this happen. So it's a very interesting fight dynamically because the way for him to beat you is to get inside and take you down. But to do that now, all of a sudden he's in your wheelhouse. All of a sudden now you're not safe. It's not safe for him to have you on your back because you still can play the game. So it's a very
this matchup interesting. I don't think really there's a safe zone for either one of us. I have to respect his power at all times. And that includes on the ground. He's got good power in his hands. He knows how to hit hard, and I have to respect that at all times. But at the same time, he has to respect the tricky kicks coming his way. He has to respect the length, and he has to respect my choke game. I think we both offer good problems to the other, and that's why I think they made the fight. I think it's exciting. I think that's why we're kicking off the pay-per-view.
Yeah, this is one of the better fights on the card. There are a ton of great fights. This whole fight card, top to bottom, is a great matchup, especially here in Vegas. It's amazing how well Joe Silva and Sean Shelby put these fights together. I'm really impressed. Like they keep stepping their game up, and they've evenly matched this fight again.
I'll tell you what, man, they must think they either hate me or they love me, one of the two, because they don't give me they're not giving me I see these other dudes that that I was on the show with and stuff, they don't give me these Ultimate Fighter dudes like they are these other guys. They're giving me, and I like that, you know what I mean? I've been around longer than most of the Ultimate Fighter guys anyway, so it's not a big deal to me. And I want to fight the best, man. I've had 50 fights now, you know what I mean, going on 50 fights, and I'm ready to just see how good I am, man. And if I don't belong here, I don't belong here. There's no shame in that for me. But I feel like I do belong here, and I feel like I can compete with anybody in the lightweight division.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's James Krouse, the James Krouse, getting ready to fight Jamie Varner, coming with UFC 173. Thanks, James, for coming out here. I appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon, bud.
Anytime, bro. Thank you for having me.